So that's where the nail went in, right there. But we got 3 holes. I don't know what the hell this is. Looks like it's already been patched at one time, which I don't know if that's right or not. If that's the case, this is a used tube, but that right there I think was from the nail. And then these were from the rim. These cuts here. So, which is hard to show because it's just the way everything is playing out. But there's two cuts in the thing here. That was probably from the rim. Can't even get it any fuller than that because it dumps out pretty much right away. So right, can't even see it now. Yeah, right there, and there's a smaller one over here. So I don't know. That's kind of a big gash too. I don't know. I think I'm sure a patch could fix it. But yeah, I did get the tube out of the tire. I was going to try to see if I could get this stinking tire off the rim, but that's not going to happen. I just don't have... these hand tools are not ideal for that. So... But yeah, I don't know. I think when it went flat enough, it probably... you can see it better there now. There's a cut right there, and there's another one on the other side of that. So I don't know if the tube is junk or not. Yeah. So you got 3 cuts. 3 cuts in this bastard. I don't know. Probably could save it, I suppose. Just patch that up. Patch that up. And then job is done. Like I said, I kind of wonder if this wasn't patched before, but yeah, it looks like it's original to it too. So I don't know. That must have been maybe just a forming plug. Maybe when they were forming it, that's how they just formed it, I guess. I don't know, but so I don't know. We will see what we can do there. It'll probably be a while yet before we're even back up and running again. But I don't think we're gonna put anything on that tire for like a patch or anything. I just don't think it's. I don't think it's going to do any good, really. So yeah, I think this was the nail that went through it. So, but I don't know. Guess all we can do is order the patch kit and just patch the bastard back up the best that we can and call it a day then. That's really all we can do. So there's not really much more I can do with that at the moment. So I thought I'd seen something run by, but I guess it must have been just a bird. So yeah. The only way we're getting that tire off is we're going to have a tire machine do it. But I don't think it's worth it. I think we'll be alright. As long as we can patch the tube. As long as we can patch the tube, I think we'll be alright then. So, because I just don't have the... I think it'd be a 3-person job to try to take that stinking tire off the rim. We got the tube out. I think that's the most important thing. So that's probably not as important, but I was going to try. I had some soapy water on it and stuff, but it just wasn't going to work out. It'll be fun to try to put that back on the bead, but the people said you can just use the tube, just overinflate the tube, and then it'll pop it back on. So I don't know. I guess we'll try that whenever. I guess we patch the tube. So, well, yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. But people were saying too that you should look it over, like once you patch what you think you had for holes or what you know that you had for holes, inflate it, and then take your soapy water, and spray it down to make sure you don't have any other slow leaks. So, but we got 3 cuts that we'll have to patch. Luckily this one here is a tiny little guy. I think maybe just the tip of the nail, just poked it and that was it. And then I don't know what happened here. That must have been from the rim when the tire went completely flat. The rim must have sliced it a little bit, but all we can do is throw a patch over it and patch it back up and maybe let it stay pressurized for a couple of days, just to see if it, deflates or anything, or if the patches don't hold. Whatever, it doesn't really matter, I guess. So, but at least we got that far with it. I don't know. It was a little bit of a struggle to get the tube out, but it's going to be interesting to get the tube back in. But I guess we'll worry about it when the time comes. So, obviously you'll put it back in flat, or with no air in it. So hopefully that'll fix our problem. Of course, it has to be on the inside there too. That's going to be a little bit of an interesting thing. I might have to, I don't know, wherever the hell it was at now. But I don't know, maybe I could flip the tube in, kind of like inside out, like put this inside part on the outside, just kind of flip around a little bit maybe. So, but I don't know. So I guess we'll just have to inflate it again, I guess, and I don't think it's right there. But even if you just fix those, this would still leak because you can feel it coming out. But I'll just fix one at a time. Fix this one first, and then I have to fix those inner ones, I guess. See what they do. So, but yeah, we didn't really get anything for a storm. It hasn't even rained yet, but it is super cold out and very, very windy. They said wind gusts could be as high as 55 miles an hour. So, I guess it is what it is, But I guess we'll kind of just leave everything the way it is for now. until we get the tube fixed, or I guess get a new one. I don't know. So, but you can see how close I was to getting it off, but it's just not letting me. I just can't do it. I don't have the right tools, I don't think. This is what I have for tools. I think this is one of them. That's one, and then this one, which this one actually works better than that one. I don't really know if that's really a tire changing kit or not, but I don't like it. I want the powered ones, like the ones at the gas station have. Now, yeah, I could take it there and have them take it off the rim. You know, he could probably throw a patch on that too, and then that's that. Which I guess that's a possibility too, but I don't know. It's not really needed to have a patch on that hole. It's just, you know, extra peace of mind, I guess. Oh yeah, I did see a dog run by. I thought I seen something, but that's just for double insurance. But the tube is the main one. So, I mean, I could probably take it there too and have them patch the tube back up. But I'm trying to save money. That's the point of this. If we're going to keep popping tires all the time, well, especially if they have a tube in it, I probably could just do it myself. Save me a little bit of money, I guess, but I don't know. Hopefully we don't have to get a new tube. I hope we can just patch that. And I really should order a spare tube, I guess, just to have it around. And that way we can just shove it in real quick like and be done with it. So, but whatever. It is what it is, I guess, at this point. We got the tube out. We know where the leak is at. We got three. We got a tiny one here, which is from the nail. And then those two that were down here, which I think was from the rim. The rim probably sliced it a little bit. I think the biggest ones, the ones I'm looking at, are 2.5 inch in diameter. And I don't know if that's a 2.5 inch diameter thing or not. No, it's a little bigger than that. Well, depending on how you measure it, so could be. It could be a 2.5 inch, I guess. You know, if you measure it right from the end of the circle to the end of the circle, that's roughly 2.5 inches, roughly. So I don't know. It's probably a 2.5 inch patch, but that might be from when they were forming this. That's just a patch they threw in for the patch. So, but I don't know. That's not the problem, obviously. So, but I don't know. That's, I guess, just what we'll do. We'll just, I guess, order the stuff whenever, and then patch the tube and throw it back in there and inflate it. Leave it inflated overnight just to double check it, and then put it back in the tire and rework the tire back on, because I got it off halfway. I'll have to put it back on, and then there you go, right? So I don't know. It is what it is, I guess, but we got it out. I don't know if it'll get fixed anytime soon or not. So, because I got to get the Blazer done. So, I got to change the engine oil on that bastard. So, yeah. But it is what it is. At least we got this far. So we'll just kind of. I might need my workbench back. So I guess we'll just throw it up there for now. So, not really much more we can do at this point. So, But yeah, anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. I just wanted to show you guys that. That's what I did today. You ain't doing much outside of a building. It's just too windy and cold. I'm actually wearing my sweater over my coveralls to keep me a little bit warmer. I don't care if these coveralls get dirt, or if this sweater gets dirty because it's wore out. You can see the pockets blowing out. So this is my work one. I got one I got to go in the town one. So this is just my work one now. But I put it on to keep me a little bit warmer. And then with the gloves, kept me fairly warm. But the wind's coming in sometimes from that direction. So she's a little nippy. It's mostly a north wind, but sometimes it'll come from that direction too. So, but yeah, I guess, guys, I'm going to take off. Just wanted to let you guys know what I did today is took the tube out, and we'll try to freaking patch the bloody thing. I got to take this stuff back with me. I don't want to forget that. And then we'll, just like I said, we'll patch it. And then I got to order all that stuff. I don't know exactly what all I need. I know I'm probably going to need all the patches, rubber cement. You're supposed to scuff it wherever you're going to work on, whatever area you're going to work on. Well, people say you can just use sandpaper. It's fine. It just makes it kind of rough. So so the patch will stick to it decent. So I'll just use some, I think it's 80 grit sandpaper. I think that's what I have. I'll just use that, scuff it up a little bit. So, and then that's fine. Then that should be good to go, hopefully. So, but yeah. So I guess, guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess I have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.